Now, from the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
The pictures tell the story. Hampton Roads is socked by the first major winter storm to hit in years.
It makes for a very snowy Saturday. Now the digging out begins for just about everyone in our area. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us at 6 and all day for our winter weather coverage. I'm Brandy Cummings.
And I'm Stephanie Harris. The first full weekend of the new year will be one you'll remember for a long time, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Already several schools have canceled classes for Monday and Tuesday. You'll see them along the bottom of your screen. Roads across the area are snow covered tonight, and most neighborhoods are socked in. Crews have been out all day trying to clear the way, but the all-day snow hasn't made it easy to keep up. We're watching power outages, thousands of people without power tonight.
And let's take you out now live on the roads. 10 on your sides, Jason Marks and photographer Greg Gadberry have been traveling around the area today, and it has not been easy. We'll have more from them in just a bit. But we are going to start things off with the big question everyone wants to know now that the snow is moving out.
Yeah, that question. Well, how much did we get? We want to head over to the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Don Slater and meteorologist Ashley Baylor are assessing what old man winter left behind. So I know you guys have the answer.
Yeah, but it left a mess. That's, no matter how much snow you got, it's still enough to shut things down.
A massive cold mess, and yeah, we're going to be talking about some bitterly cold temperatures as we go into tomorrow morning. So if you didn't like the snow, you probably won't like the cold either.
And that snow is going to stay around. I'm going to show you what's going on with that snowfall into the area right now. Here are the past 6 hours on Super Doppler 10 Live. In other words, back to noontime today on up to the present time. And there's the snow moving on offshore. This is just ground clutter here, but you can see again the snow, bands and bands of snow, sometimes heavy snow moving on throughout the area, and again moving just on out to sea just in the past hour. So that's what's going on. Even for the eastern shore, things have improved greatly here in the past hour or so. I want to show you this picture. This gives us an idea anyway where the heaviest snow fell. Now, it did not fall into these areas, into Virginia Beach on down into here. There's a lot of sleet that painted everything, but this is basically where some of the heaviest snow fell, from Sussex County on up through the Wakefield area, on through most of the peninsula and much of the eastern shore. That's where we have the snowfall amounts in the 6 to 12 inch range. There are pops here and there, especially, and you can see kind of some of these areas into Sussex County, into Surrey County. We had 12, 14 inches of snow, and on up toward the Williamsburg area too. A lot of snow throughout your part of the world. Now, again, that snow is moving on off very, very nicely, but the thing that we're left with is a lot of wind, 20, 30 mile an hour winds, gusting at times 38 miles an hour is still into the area. So it can create a little bit of a ground blizzard with the snow that exists throughout the area. And temperatures are obviously cold too. Now here's what we're going to be covering next. Drip the faucets, open the cabinets overnight. You want to drip the outside faucets soon, just because it's getting dark. It is dark. So you don't want to mess around with it too much. The temperatures are dropping. Snow on the roads. It's going to get hard and icy. We're going to talk more about what we've got ahead. That'll be coming up in just a few minutes.
Don, thank you. And now we go to the road as we check out video from earlier today on I-264 in Virginia Beach.
It is a rough ride for sure, and that's why we're spread out across the area. This is the team on your side in the Weather Center and in the field, keeping you up to date since last night. Our team coverage begins at 6 in Virginia Beach. 10 on your sides, Andy Fox is in Town Center with a look at conditions there. Andy?
Yeah, Stephanie, this is Virginia Beach's busiest intersection. This is Independence at Virginia Beach Boulevard. Just moments ago, there was a car up on the sidewalk over there, ran off the road. This is the bottom line. Icy roads remain problems throughout the city. It is bitterly cold out here. Recorded snowfall in some areas reported at 4 to 6 inches. City plowing contractors ended at 5 and will resume again in the morning. VDOT contractors will work through the night. Everyone trying to keep these primary roads clear, clearing them throughout the storm, as we saw on several occasions. We found some roof damage from heavy snow at the Virginia Beach SPCA.
So you can still see this.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So you can still see the snow on the roof, and the weight of the snow has collapsed the roof here in our retail cabana. This is where we sell all sorts of pet supplies and products, and you can see some of it damaged by the collapsed roof. We've also got the animals here, and staff have come in to help take care of them.
You're the healthiest guy out here.
Oh, it's nice to ski in Virginia Beach. up and down Dam Neck, down to London Bridge and back. It's a nice ride.
You do a lot of cross-country skiing?
Whenever it snows in Virginia Beach, I do, since 2000. Other than that, I run half marathons around here, Shamrock, rock and roll. Have a lot of fun staying in shape and enjoying the seasons all around the year.
That was very typical from what we saw today. A lot of people out enjoying the weather. Of course, if you're going out, please be careful. The bottom line is residential streets will not be plowed. And as Secretary of Transportation Aubrey Lane told us earlier in the day, that will likely mean no school for kids in Virginia Beach on Monday. That's what he said. Residential streets not plowed by the city. In Virginia Beach, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
And I'm Liz Kilmer in Hampton off of West Mercury Boulevard, where the snowfall has stopped, but a lot remains, and not just that, but ice. We're going to tilt down and give you a look at this. You can see we're on Seldondale Drive, and look at this. This is just rock solid ice. Now, this is why you want to stay off of those roads. Ice and a lot of snow fell here earlier. Parts of Hampton are reporting up to 11 inches of snow. You're looking now at video from this afternoon. Earlier, we saw several cars get stuck in deep snow. Hampton police have responded to 83 calls for disabled vehicles so far today, and police say that's made it difficult for plows to get around, and we want those plows to be able to carefully clear these roads. So now that the snowfall has stopped, we have some playing out here, but you want to just make sure that you're safe. We can count on VDOT and other crews to be hitting these roads now around the clock, so stay off of them and let them get through. Reporting live in Hampton, I'm Liz Kilmer, 10 on your side.
I'm Joe Fisher, live in Chesapeake tonight, where we did not see the highest of the snow totals, just about 4 to 5 inches, but it's that biting cold that has been the big story here all day. A live look at North Battlefield Boulevard right now, and you can see that only 4 or 5 inches fell, but the roads are still covered in snow. This is a sheet of ice now that is really causing trouble for drivers. We could show you some video that we got a little bit ago, earlier this afternoon, cars slipping and sliding here along North Battlefield Boulevard. We were on I-64 where it was a little bit more passable, but for the most part, these roads are still slushy. City officials asking you to stay off the road. All in Chesapeake, they've had about 30 cars disabled, but only about 10 accidents. We talked with some drivers earlier today.
I mean, for walking, people that's out in the weather is pretty bad, but as far as driving, it's not too bad.
You got to make sure there's at least 20 feet. So you don't slide into the next car. Make sure when you are stopped, there is enough room in case the person behind you doesn't stop and hits you, so you don't slide into the car in front of you.
And here in Chesapeake, the Chesapeake Expressway, the tolls have been lifted off of that road. The Chesapeake Expressway has been declared an emergency route. But again, city officials are asking if you don't have to be on the road, simply do not. The temperatures are not going to come above freezing anytime soon. They're worried about these roads overnight, and we will be watching them as well. We're live in Chesapeake. I'm Joe Fisher, 10 on your side.
Thank you, Joe. You definitely saw some people going too fast for the conditions out there.
Absolutely. You could tell by that video. And there is much more to tell you about in this extended edition of WAVY News 10 at 6. We have updates on the highways from VDOT, as well as more live reports from the south side and the peninsula.
We'll also check in on the drive around Hampton Roads with Jason Marks. And, of course, what's next for our forecast. It's all as we continue this Saturday night.
The news team on your side is tracking every angle of this storm for you.
We do have a blizzard warning in effect.
The snow is very heavy here on the peninsula.
Nearly whiteout conditions, chunks of ice that are just lining the street.
It is a biting wind out here.
A line of a wintry mix, and it's icy and it's dangerous.
It is really important for you to stay off the roads.
Keeping you informed throughout the storm and the days ahead. Super Doppler 10 on your side.
Start with a name you can trust. Call Sears Garage Solutions.
I have not seen this kind of professionalism, kindness, and understanding in a very long time. I'm so thankful that I chose Sears for this job.
Sears Garage Solutions. Nationally known, locally owned. WAVY's expert on your side.
In high school, I took AP classes, honors courses, graduated with a 4.5, and I got into some great colleges. I chose TCC because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to spend a ton of money to figure it out. TCC gave me a great education. I lived at home, I transferred to ODU, and I worked internships at EVMS. Now I'm a college grad with no student debt, and I'm getting ready to apply to med school. For my life, it really is from here to go anywhere.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. That's right, half off your entire project. You can save thousands. Empire's 50-50-50 sale won't last long. Don't miss 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Oh, that's lovely.
So graceful.
The corkscrew spin, flawless. His signature move, the Flying Dutchman. Poetry in motion.
And there it is, the baby bird.
Breathtaking.
A sumo wrestler figure skating? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Heather saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Start with a name you can trust. Call Sears Garage Solutions, offering customized entry, storm, patio, and side doors. Right now, take 10% off your entry door. Call for a free estimate. Sears Garage Solutions, nationally known, locally owned.
We're back and tracking efforts to keep you safe on the roads.
Yeah, VDOT says its crews are out in full force. Let's take a live look now outside with the WAVY traffic jam cams. You can see the roads are still fairly covered, but people are passing through. If possible, the agency is still asking you to stay off the roads and let the crew do their job. We do see a lot of folks out there already, Stephanie. You know, the crews will be working 24-hour shifts until the interstates are clear.
And meanwhile, in North Carolina, NCDOT says it has responded to at least 260 accidents today. Cities like Winston-Salem and Raleigh saw more than 6 inches of snow and sleet overnight. The wintry mix knocked out power to about 14,000 customers as well. Crews were trying to clear the snow at the airports, but the airlines canceled a lot of flights.
Still ahead at 6, more reports from around the area and a drive around Hampton roads, so you don't have to. That and the forecast next.
For $1,947, Smith & Keen will install the outdoor connection and indoor transfer switch, as well as deliver and set up a 6,500-watt Generac portable generator. Call today for more information.
Start the new year with a bang at Ashley Home Store's New Year's Savings Bash with buy more, save more up to 20% store-wide. Get dining rooms and sofas up to 20% off or get 5 years, no interest, no money down, no minimum purchase. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
It's bow time at Bojangles, and since 1977, we've been all about flavor. Come in and try our new pulled pork bowl. Cajun pintos and sweet and smoky sauce, topped with savory pulled pork barbecue and coleslaw. Want a different way to enjoy Bojangles pulled pork? Try our pulled pork barbecue sandwich, topped with coleslaw and served on a toasted buttered bun. Try Bojangles pulled pork bowl or barbecue sandwich today. Bojangles, it's bow time.
After I got out of the Navy, I needed a university that would help me transition to civilian life. With UMUC, my military advisor had my back every step of the way. And I learned the management skills that allowed me to become a partner in a fitness company. Now, I'm making a real difference. And it's the best feeling ever. To keep my company fit, it had to be UMUC.
Spring classes start soon at University of Maryland University College. Visit umuc.edu.
Start the new year with a bang at Ashley Home Store's New Year's Savings Bash with buy more, save more up to 20% store-wide. Get dining rooms and sofas up to 20% off or get 5 years, no interest, no money down, no minimum purchase. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Smith & Keen, a family-owned and operated company, now celebrating 70 years in business. To show our appreciation, we have 70 furnaces to sell for $970 each installed. Call for more details.
Toyota has you covered, no matter what the weather brings. Choose from a great selection of vehicles available with four-wheel or all-wheel drive to get you to your destination with confidence, including RAV4, perfect for your everyday adventures. 4Runner, Toyota's most rugged off-road ready SUV. And Highlander, with the perfect blend of comfort and style. See your Toyota dealer today, your all-wheel drive specialist. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, things are beginning to slide out of here, but the winter weather isn't over yet. We're looking at a bitter blast for tonight. Team weather coverage for you in just a moment. But first, a shift in that heavy snow line, putting the peninsula under a lot of snow.
Yeah, that includes Williamsburg, and 10 on your side is there. Our Matt Gregory has the latest on conditions there. Matt, how's it looking?
Yeah, here we saw some of the heaviest snowfall throughout the area, especially up here on the peninsula a little bit further. We saw about 10 inches in some places, but as you can tell, a lot of it has drifted, or maybe you can't tell, but what happened was in some areas you see about 4 inches of snow, and in other areas you see about 10 inches or more. This is the road right here. You can still see some traffic going on right now. You can see the asphalt, right? I mean, it looks like it's been plowed, and it has been, but the problem that's going to come into tonight, and I'm going to step onto the road because there's no other cars coming. The problem is a lot of this ice is going to melt and make it and it's going to freeze then and make it very slick tonight, and that's why they're asking, especially officials here in Williamsburg, to stay off the roadway. The other issue, the drifts I was talking about. Take a look over here. I've walked around too much to even really see complete depths, but it's deeper here than it is, say, over here. That's the wind pushing this light snow through the area and pushing it onto roads. So if you live near fields, please be cautious. And like I said before, folks here in Williamsburg say to stay inside tonight. No need to drive if you don't have to. And that's what's happening here in Williamsburg. I'm Matt Gregory, 10 on your side.
And I'm Deanna LeBlanc live in Portsmouth, where the snow has all but stopped here tonight, but the wind is not giving up and the temperature has dropped. I'm really bundled up from head to toe, but my face is still very cold just being out here for a few minutes. Earlier today, we were around town taking a look at the roads just before the sun went down. City officials told me about 30 minutes ago they have gone back over the primary roads, and those are 80% cleared. They say they're making headway on the secondary roads at about 40% of those are cleared. But you can see in this video, the side streets like in Old Town are pristine in that no cars have driven on them. There's no footprints in them, just blanketed in snow. So hopefully people are heeding officials' warnings that they gave all day to stay inside, not to venture out if you don't have to, because there is some very visible white ice on those plowed roads where tire tracks are packing down the snow, and it's now starting to freeze over. And that is what officials are concerned about tonight. They want people to continue staying inside. Even though the snow has let up, they're saying please don't go out. There have been no major incidents to report in terms of traffic issues, and they don't want that to start picking up in these nighttime hours because people think it's safe to go outside. So still continue to stay home if you can. Live in Portsmouth, I'm Deanna LeBlanc. 10 on your side.
Deanna, thank you. Also on the roads and moving around tonight, 10 on your sides, Jason Marks.
I got to hit.
Yeah, he and photographer Greg Cadbury. We can hear them talking now.
Like,
they've been out checking out conditions. Jason, tell us where you are and how's the drive going now?
Yeah, guys, we are right now on Hampton Boulevard, just by ODU. Now, it's really a mixed bag tonight. We have seen some very good areas and then some really terrible areas like this area right here. And it's really not the fault of road crews. This is really a blessing that the snow has stopped. And the reason why is now that the snow has stopped, these crews could really get to work. I know that the crews have been working all day long, but what happens is they clear a spot and then it snows on top of it, and it's almost like they never did it to begin with. So now that the snow is done, these crews could really get to work. Now, just be careful. Obviously, if you go out there, there's a lot of this area. We know a lot of the snow is no longer on the streets, but what's left is that crumbly, icy material. And once these cars stop going on the streets for the night, when we have less traffic out here, this is all going to refreeze overnight. And so if you're waking up tomorrow morning, this is all going to be sheets of ice, as you can imagine. Crews are going to go ahead and salt this down as much as they can, but there's only so much they can do with the temperatures the way they are. The salt won't work in these sort of temperatures, so we need the temperatures to rise a little bit, and that's the reason why you see a lot of the schools closing already Monday morning, because they can't get back into the neighborhoods because they don't have the equipment, and thus the school buses can't get back into the neighborhood. So really, if you're going out, be safe. The good news is we've seen a lot of cars on the road today, but the good news is everybody seems to be taking it easy. So if you are heading out, just take it easy tonight, guys. Back to you.
All right, Jason, definitely some good advice there. And we do want to mention that our photographer, Greg Gadberry, is driving. Jason is not, so they are being safe.
Absolutely. With the camera mounted there.
Absolutely.
So they're being very safe.
Absolutely. One of the things we didn't see in those live shots is a lot of snow. We saw it a lot this afternoon, but we haven't really seen it, at least then, in those live shots.
Not coming down anymore. Yeah. We're going to see more come down.
We could see just a stray band of snow come on through the area. With the wind that we've got roaring on down the Chesapeake Bay, that could generate a stray Bay effect snow shower during the next several hours, but not hugely likely.
And of course, Jason was talking about we need the temperatures to warm up. That's not happening.
No, that's not going to happen at all. And we talked about schools going to remain closed on Monday morning. That's likely to happen. Obviously, consult your own school system. It might open late, but again, it's going to stay frozen on Monday morning. I'm going to cover what's going on Super Dot Pretend Live, and then Ashley's going to have our forecast for you. Here's a look at what's going on. Super Dot Pretend Live over the past 6 hours, take you to back to 12:21 noontime today. And that snow was coming down heavily. We saw a little bit of a break around noon, 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then we saw it really move back on into the area during the later afternoon hours. But now it's basically on out to sea very, very nicely. We see no Bay effect snow showers going on for right now, but we could see some of that a little bit later on. The past hour, again, the snow is ending in Virginia Beach, and we're pretty well done with it. Now, this was the last snowfall forecast last night, just to show you, give you an idea what snowfall forecasts are in terms of how close they can be and how off they can be. You'll know right through here we have that 8 to 12 inch forecast for snow. Well, it ended up being from about here, at the north end of the south side, basically from northern Norfolk, and then on up toward Williamsburg. So it really, really was a little bit smaller area, and north of Williamsburg a little bit, and then on up to the eastern shore. And that's where we did see those bursts of 13 to 15 inches of snowfall, again, through the area. So here's what we ended up with, 9 to 12 inches. We ended up with 13, 14 inches of snow in a couple of spots as well. You see 5 to 8, 3 to 5. And again, these are just rough estimates. Your totals may differ just a little bit. And then it was really, really knocked down by the fact that we had a lot of sleet earlier in the day, last night and earlier in the day, that held the snowfall totals down. Snowstorm is winding down, and to show you more about how it is winding down and what's ahead, here's Ashley Baylor.
And this is a pretty lengthy storm for us. I mean, last night we started to track some initial batches of snow and even batches of rain into parts of northeast North Carolina. And now the tail end of this is moving out. You can actually faintly see now the clouds are starting to break apart just behind this snow that is ending here. Now let's take a look at our future track forecast. And as we start to go through the overnight hours, a lot of these clouds will break apart. So as that happens, temperatures will plummet. Temperatures are expected to drop into the teens overnight. Yes, it is going to stay windy, and so that'll keep temperatures up a little bit more as opposed to the winds being calm. But the problem there is that with temperatures in the teens, with that driving wind anywhere between 10 to 20 miles per hour, wind chills tomorrow will easily be in the single digits, if not close to zero in a few places, especially the farther inland. And notice that wind is really not going to back off tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, temperatures will top out in the mid-20s, so pretty cold there. But when you factor in the wind chills will be in the teens even going into tomorrow afternoon, and then not looking much better going into Monday. You can see we can easily start off with temperatures in the teens and also in the single digits. Here's a look at our tower cam time lapse here. And again, you can see the snow that was out there. It is now gone. Right now we're at 22 degrees in Newport News. It's 25 in Virginia Beach, 23 in Hampton, and 21 degrees in Williamsburg. Now, as we take a look at your temperatures right now, again, we're in the 20s, set to go down into the teens overnight, and places farther inland will be in the single digits. So got to look out for those biting wind chills tomorrow. Temperatures return to the mid-40s Tuesday, and look at this, upper 50s and 60s going into the second half of the week. So a lot of melting expected there. Catch up on all of our updates at WAVY.com.
Ashley, Don, thank you. Much more ahead at 6, including what you're saying about the winter weather on social media. Your tweets and posts after the break.
I am so proud of you.
Mom, when's it your turn?
Possible starts now at strayer.edu.
The decision was made. We were making a move. We had to. We knew that if we came in too high, it would cost us big time. We had to stay low. And boy, did we. We locked it in and rode that low rate from Navy Federal Credit Union all the way to our first house. It's a split-level ranch.
it.
Open to the armed forces, the DoD, and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union.
It's go time at Dunkin' with 2 egg and cheese English muffin sandwiches for $3. Enjoy 2 freshly made oven-toasted sandwiches and keep on all day long. America runs on Dunkin'.
My husband and I have 4 kids, beautiful, busy kids, and so we joined the Y for something to do as a family. I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed the Y on my own. Just having an hour of me time was really inspiring. I was able to get back into being creative and getting more into my art, and now I teach art at the Y. That just opened me up to a whole new world of things that I could do.
No joining fee through January 16th.
Are you overwhelmed with multiple offers from HVAC companies? Is the price you're getting truly the best deal?
Need a fast and straightforward solution to your problems without all the song and dance from other companies? Call A1 American and get quick repairs and quality work. We'll keep you warm this winter without all the song and dance. There are many A1 companies out there, but there's only one A1 American. We were voted best of the best of all of Hampton Roads.
Selecting a pediatrician for your child is a big decision. You want doctors your friends and families trust. You want offices close to home, work, and school. You want online appointments and after-hours care. You get all of that with a CHKD Medical Group pediatrician. Plus, our full family of pediatric specialists and surgeons, all from the name parents have trusted for more than 50 years. CHKD, where kids are more than patients.
And we're more than a hospital.
Unfortunately, we can't be everywhere, and that's where you have come in a big way.
Yeah, plenty of you have been posting to our social media platforms pictures and video of the storm. 10 on your side's Laura Queso joining us now with what you're seeing. Laura?
We have got so many pictures in our arsenal now. Hundreds and hundreds of people have been tagging us on Facebook, emailing us. We are so grateful too, because in the end, you're really helping us tell the weather story. So let's start out with this first picture. Can't stop these people. Just before the shot, she was sliding down the street. This is from Chuck. And you know why I put this up here? Because we have seen so many good Samaritans helping mail carriers who are just stuck out in the snow, but trying to deliver the mail to you. This is from the Eastern Shore. A lot of snow. I mean, a foot of snow. Can you believe it? Okay, check this out. This is the Lynn Haven Fishing Pier who posted this. They write, we went to check on Lynn Haven Fishing Pier just a little while ago. Here's what the 2017 snowstorm has left behind. So enjoy, and you know what? Many of us are. Okay, Tracy, speaking of enjoyment, this is a family who is getting a lot of laughs from this, and we love that picture. Had to share this. We got so many pup pics, and we love them. This little gal, she is a Virginia Beach dog. I know that firsthand, but clearly loving the snow today. And I had to show you this too. This is beautiful. Sharing a meal. This is in Smithfield. Isn't that sweet? Last one, I promise. We're asking you to stay home, so just enjoy the fire. I mean, Larry says it best to stay inside and keep warm. And remember, keep sending us pictures and video if it's safe to do so. Can't stress that enough. The email to use is reported@wavy.com, or just tweet us or post to our Facebook. We'll have much more in the second half hour. Back to you.
We absolutely will, Laura. Thank you. Another half hour of our snow coverage is next on WAVY News 10. We'll have another look at how things are going now that the snow is beginning to move out of town.
That and more as we continue. Stay with us.
Start with a name you can trust. Call Sears Garage Solutions.
I have not seen this kind of professionalism, kindness, and understanding in a very long time. I'm so thankful that I chose Sears for this job.
Sears Garage Solutions. Nationally known, locally owned. WAVY's expert on your side.
If you need help with your honeydew list, call Mr. Handyman of Virginia Beach.
Trust Mr. Handyman for repairs, improvements, and maintenance. Ask about the Done Right Guarantee. Mr. Handyman of Virginia Beach, your home improvement professionals. What's on your honeydew list?
Join us for an amazing evening and help support the kids at CHKD.
New York Met star David Wright and I are all in for Vegas night, January 20th. For tickets, go to chkd.org.
Together, we can help the local kids beat the odds.
These machines can make, freeze, and ship 70,000 biscuits an hour. Our machine can only make 50 an hour. The made-from-scratch chicken filet biscuit, 2 for $3.50, now at Hardee's.
Start with a name you can trust. Call Sears Garage Solutions, offering customized entry, storm, patio, and side doors. Right now, take 10% off your entry door. Call for a free estimate. Sears Garage Solutions, nationally known, locally owned.
Watch WAVY News 10,
your #1 evening news source.
From the station on your side, you're watching WAVY News 10 at 6.
Back now with a live look outside from Tower Cam 10. To say it's a winter wonderland is an understatement. A Saturday full of snow is leading to a big cleanup ahead, and already things for the next week are being called off. Welcome back to the special edition of WAVY News 10 at 6. I'm Brandy Cummings.
And I'm Stephanie Harris. Let's bring you up to date on the headlines. States of emergency remain in effect for both Virginia and North Carolina tonight. Most roads are snow covered, and if you live in a neighborhood, getting out can be really tough. Several local school systems have canceled classes already and events for Monday and Tuesday.
And thousands of people are waiting for the power company. An update on power outages in just a few minutes. We begin our coverage with the latest on where the snow is now. Chief Meteorologist Don Slater and meteorologist Ashley Baylor in the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center to let us know.
And we've been with you throughout the, really around the clock between the 4 meteorologists. Ashley was here before me today.
That's right. And I actually did drive from home today. A lot of people stayed in nearby hotels. I actually did drive in. I'm a New Englander. We like the snow. So.
Well, and the snow is bad enough, and it certainly has gotten bad enough for a lot of areas during the afternoon hours. And it's going to freeze over tonight. Here's a look at what's going on. It's moving on out to sea real nicely. So again, we're not worried about any more snow coming out of the sky, but we've had enough. Now, this is a computer representation of the 24 hours of precipitation totals. Now, this area that you're seeing really south of here on into here, there's a lot of sleet that was mixed in with it. So it looks like it's a lot of snow, but it's not. This is where the snow was, right on through this line, right about through here, on up into the peninsula, on up into the eastern shore, and that's where we saw the heaviest snow. It was basically anywhere between around 8 and 12 inches of snow. So it was a little bit farther northward from the projections, but certainly we did have the peninsula in the projections. But again, that's what we ended up with. Well, it's all moving on out to sea, and we're doing fine. We've still got wind through the area. These are steady winds, 20, 28 miles an hour. Inland areas, not as much. As far as wind gusts, 33, 35. But a good thing is that they're out of the northwest. Kind of good and bad. They're out of the northwest, means that more cold air can come in, but they're out of the northwest, so it's drier air, so the snow shuts off. So the snow's gone. At least it's not falling out of the sky anymore. Snowy roads are going to get crunchy and really icy, and they're going to stay that way overnight. Temperatures drop to between 8 degrees well inland, around 20 degrees near the coastline, and so very cold. Drip the faucets tonight. Roads are going to remain snowy and icy on through at least Monday morning. I think Monday afternoon might melt a little bit of ice, but I think it'll take into Tuesday and Wednesday before it's going to be gone through the area. We'll show you what's ahead in our forecast. That'll be coming up in just a few minutes.
Now, the snow may have slowed down, but that doesn't mean it's a good idea to go out and see how things are on the roads.
Ted on your side has been on the road for hours, and it's just not easy out there, as you can see in this live picture. Our meteorologists and reporters have been keeping you safe since last night and into the morning and evening. Let's start this half hour of coverage in Virginia Beach, and 10 on your side's Andy Fox. Andy?
Hey, listen, Virginia Beach has really been doing a great job keeping the primary roads cleared. Here's the problem. Overnight, it continues to be freezing out here. They're expecting a lot of ice, and they are expecting it to be coming down, and they are expecting a lot of problems out here. This is Patrick Rice. He is the only guy we've seen out here walking. Where have you been? Where are you going?
Well, I just came from Pembroke Station, and it's just way snowy and cold. I just came a long walk. I checked Smoky Bones and even the mall, and they weren't even open.
Well,
so.
we just told him 3 places that are open.
Yeah,
there are places that are open.
Surprised.
Really cold out here for you.
Yeah, it's really freezing. I got like 4 layers of clothing on. So.
And you probably don't have a car, right?
No.
So you have to take public transportation.
No, HRT isn't even working right now. Yeah. That's what I heard. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, Patrick Rice, thank you very much. The only guy we've seen out here walking. And remember, when you're out, there are a lot of icy roads out there. Temperatures still remain in the freezing areas. In Virginia Beach, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
And I'm Liz Kilmer in Hampton, where the snowfall has stopped, but a lot of snow remains. We've had reports of up to 11 inches here in Hampton, and where we are now, I'd say there's at least about 7 inches. Now, where we are, this is West Mercury Boulevard and Seldondale. People have been on the roads, but you don't want to be. You can see some blacktop on the main road there, but there is black ice. And if we move then down Seldondale, a lot of this snow, this is not just snow coating the roads, this is ice here. A lot of businesses are closed. We know that school's already been canceled for Monday and Tuesday. You just want to stay in if you can. There have been a lot of disabled vehicles. We've seen cars stuck in the snow a lot today. We've seen some good Samaritans helping out, and we know that police have been doing a lot to help them out too. Police have responded to more than 80 reports, calls for disabled vehicles today, and police say that that's making it more difficult for these plows to go through. So stay off the roads, because you're going to help these plows make it easier to clear these roads and get them safe so you can get back out here. In the meantime, though, stay inside. We're live in Hampton. I'm Liz Kilmer, 10 on your side.
And I'm Joe Fisher, live in Chesapeake tonight, where it appears that snow has stopped. But this afternoon and into this evening, that wind has really picked up. More than 30 trucks have been on the road throughout Chesapeake to try to keep these roads as clear as possible. They've been doing a good job, but check it out. They say they just cannot avoid this. This is that ice that has formed on the sidewalk. You can hardly kick it up. And if we go over to the road, North Battlefield Boulevard is to the side of us here. That sheet of ice is right along it. We have seen plows come through here, but they are not getting that under that ice that is just on the road. They're worried about this overnight tonight, and they're worried about it again tomorrow, because they say they're afraid it's not going to go anywhere. There's been dozens and dozens of disabled vehicles in Chesapeake, but you can see cars here along North Battlefield Boulevard having a pretty easy time right now. City officials are just asking that you really take it slow as you come here. We're right by I-64. That is pretty clear for the most part. It is passable. And one note to pass along in Chesapeake, the toll has been lifted on the Chesapeake Expressway. That road has been declared an emergency route. But of course, you're asked to stay inside tonight. We're live in Chesapeake. I'm Joe Fisher, 10 on your side.
And a big thank you to our entire team of 10 on your side reporters out there in these conditions to bring you the story and help keep you safe. Thanks a lot, guys.
Absolutely. And we do it so you don't have to. More to come in this next half hour of WAVY News 10 at 6, including how the winter storm turned deadly in other states. You'll see the snow that others got in its path.
Plus, more live reports on road conditions, what you need to know about things in Williamsburg and Portsmouth as we continue tonight.
The news team on your side is tracking every angle of this storm for you.
We do have a blizzard warning in effect.
The snow is very heavy here on the peninsula.
Nearly whiteout conditions, chunks of ice that are just lining the street.
It is a biting wind out here.
A line of a wintry mix, and it's icy and it's dangerous.
It is really important for you to stay off the roads.
Keeping you informed throughout the storm and the days ahead. Super Doppler 10 on your side.
Start with a name you can trust. Call Sears Garage Solutions.
I have not seen this kind of professionalism, kindness, and understanding in a very long time. I'm so thankful that I chose Sears for this job.
Sears Garage Solutions. Nationally known, locally owned. WAVY's expert on your side.
In high school, I took AP classes, honors courses, graduated with a 4.5, and I got into some great colleges. I chose TCC because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to spend a ton of money to figure it out. TCC gave me a great education. I lived at home, I transferred to ODU, and I worked internships at EVMS. Now I'm a college grad with no student debt, and I'm getting ready to apply to med school. For my life, it really is from here to go anywhere.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. That's right, half off your entire project. You can save thousands. Empire's 50-50-50 sale won't last long. Don't miss 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Oh, that's lovely.
So graceful.
The corkscrew spin, flawless. His signature move, the Flying Dutchman. Poetry in motion.
And there it is, the baby bird.
breathtaking.
A sumo wrestler figure skating? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Heather saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Start with a name you can trust. Call Sears Garage Solutions, offering customized entry, storm, patio, and side doors. Right now, take 10% off your entry door. Call for a free estimate. Sears Garage Solutions, nationally known, locally owned.
We continue to track this winter weather. A live look now at the ocean front. The snow doesn't collect as much there, but sure is windy. Combined with the cold, it is far from beach weather out there. We are hardly alone in this winter weather wallop.
Yeah, let's show you what some other southern states are up against. We are just getting some video in from Asheville, North Carolina. As of this morning, some areas nearby had up to 9 inches of snow on the ground there. And even though the winter storm warning has expired, the wind still creating dangerously cold conditions there. Sub-zero temperatures may last the next couple of days.
Now here's a look at conditions in Greenville, South Carolina. The forecast was calling for up to 5 inches there today, and that's a pretty big deal for them. U.S. climate data says the city only gets about 5 inches a year on average.
And in Cobb County, Georgia, that's in the Atlanta area, plows hit the streets overnight in hopes of keeping the roads clear. Snow has stopped, but the cold continues, creating icy conditions on the streets. Crews are putting down brine, but black ice has already caused many accidents there. 1 person died in Georgia. 3 others were killed in bad weather elsewhere.
Back to Hampton Roads weather next at 6.
Live reports from the peninsula and the south side as Hampton Roads begins to dig out after our Saturday snow. Plus, Don and Ashley are here to tell us about the next concern for our weather, the bitter cold. The full forecast is next.
For $1,947, Smith & King will install the outdoor connection and indoor transfer switch, as well as deliver and set up a 6,500-watt Generac portable generator. Call today for more information.
Start the new year with a bang at Ashley Home Store's New Year's Savings Bash with buy more, save more up to 20% store-wide. Get dining rooms and sofas up to 20% off. Or get 5 years, no interest, no money down, no minimum purchase. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
It's bow time at Bojangles, and since 1977, we've been all about flavor. Come in and try our new pulled pork bowl. Cajun pintos and sweet and smoky sauce, topped with savory pulled pork barbecue and coleslaw. Want a different way to enjoy Bojangles pulled pork? Try our pulled pork barbecue sandwich, topped with coleslaw and served on a toasted buttered bun. Try Bojangles pulled pork bowl or barbecue sandwich today. Bojangles, it's bow time.
After I got out of the Navy, I needed a university that would help me transition to civilian life. With UMUC, my military advisor had my back every step of the way. And I learned the management skills that allowed me to become a partner in a fitness company. Now, I'm making a real difference, and it's the best feeling ever. To keep my company fit, it had to be UMUC.
Spring classes start soon at University of Maryland University College. Visit umUC.edu.
Start the new year with a bang at Ashley Home Store's New Year's Savings Bash with buy more, save more up to 20% store-wide. Get dining rooms and sofas up to 20% off. Or get 5 years, no interest, no money down, no minimum purchase. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Smith & King, a family-owned and operated company, now celebrating 70 years in business. To show our appreciation, we have 70 furnaces to sell for $970 each installed. Call for more details.
Toyota has you covered, no matter what the weather brings. Choose from a great selection of vehicles available with four-wheel or all-wheel drive to get you to your destination with confidence, including RAV4, perfect for your everyday adventures. 4Runner, Toyota's most rugged off-road ready SUV. And Highlander, with the perfect blend of comfort and style. See your Toyota dealer today, your all-wheel drive specialist. Toyota, let's go places. From the station on your side. You're watching WAVY News 10 at 6.
A look at the scene in Hampton this morning when the snow was coming down at a good clip. Certainly a day to just stay inside and, of course, join us here tonight. The Super Dopplerton weather team continues to be on your side. Dawn and Ashley have a look at some chilly temperatures in just a moment. But first, let's check back in with our team of reporters in the field.
Williamsburg seems to have found itself in the depths of the snow today. 10 on your side's Matt Gregory joins us with an update on conditions there now. Matt?
You're right. The snow stopped here, but earlier today there was certainly a heavy amount of snowfall that continued to go down. In some places in Williamsburg, we saw about 10 inches of snow. The road has been plowed throughout the afternoon and into the evening right now, but I'm going to give you a look at it right now so you can kind of see the conditions. Yeah, it's been plowed. You can see the blacktop here, but this is all pretty slick. This is that black ice they're talking about, and while the salt and sand mixture goes down here, you can see that as it melts, it's going to start to freeze up once it becomes water and turns back into ice. So that's something you have to deal with. It's very difficult. It's a little treacherous here. And I still see cars over here at the 7-Eleven that are spinning around. You don't have to turn the camera on, Chris. That are spinning out as they try to get traction. So there's not a whole lot of traction on Richmond Road here. It's one of the areas where you usually see high volumes of traffic coming through. Not so much tonight. It's probably for the best. Talking with some of the folks in Williamsburg, they said that if you don't have to go on the roads, don't. It's one of the major problems, I suppose, is that they only have a limited supply of plow trucks, about 5 in Williamsburg. There's only about 8,000 people in the city right now, but the 5 trucks have been doing a pretty decent job. If you don't have to go out, though, don't, because as you can see, the roads, while cleared, are still very slick, and it's a major problem throughout the night is that these cold temperatures will make them even icier as we get into tomorrow. In Williamsburg, I'm Matt Gregory, 10 on your side.
And I'm Deanna LeBlanc with another check of conditions here in Portsmouth. You can see the snow has all but stopped. There's just a few flakes still in the air, and the wind is picking up. It keeps changing directions while we've been standing out here. And city officials tell me they now have about 80% of the primary roads cleared. They say they've gone back over them with the sand, the salt, and the snow plows, and they're still putting a dent in the secondary roads. They say they've got those about 40% cleared at this time, but now that the snow has stopped, they will be able to kind of pick up that effort because they're not fighting Mother Nature anymore, and they'll be able to get a few more passes in over the overnight hours and try to get those roads cleared. But again, just a reminder that your neighborhood roads, they will not see snow treatment, but city officials are asking everyone to stay inside. I know that there's some people that just are getting stir crazy already. You want to get out, you want to see the snow, but city officials are asking you to remain off the roads tonight so they don't see an increase in incidents on the road as we get into these very cold overnight hours. Live in Portsmouth, I'm Deanna LeBlanc. 10 on your side.
Thanks, Deanna. You can enjoy that snow in your backyard, right?
Absolutely.
Don't have to get out on the roads.
That's right. Let's see. Snow angels, snowmen, lots of things you can do. All right. Many of you, though, did spend the morning without power. We're going to check in on what's happening now. The Dominion Virginia Power Map shows us thousands of customers are still in the dark in Virginia Beach. There are about 3,000 out near Princess Anne Road and Baxter, about 1,000 in the Chicks Beach area, and scattered outages in the rest of the region. Unfortunately, it is unclear just how long those repairs may take.
And if you have plans to travel, be sure to check the status of your flights. Norfolk International Airport tweeted most departures and arrivals were canceled earlier today. Almost all flights were canceled at Newport News Williamsburg International as well. Several airlines are offering waivers so you can change your flight free of charge. Be sure to call and check.
Definitely good information for you to check before you go, but I can tell you that this weather is affecting not just us here, but it's affecting folks all over the country.
Yeah, and it seems like it's going to affect us for days to come, right, guys, because of these freezing temperatures.
Yeah, the temperatures are going to keep that snow exactly where it is, and Ashley's going to look at that in the forecast.
Yeah, we're going to look at the bitterly cold temperatures overnight and then show you when we'll see a decent amount of melting.
Yeah, so we got some good news anyway. Let's get to it. Have a look at what's going on. Here's some other good news. The snow has ended throughout the area, and I think that's good news for all of us. We've got at least enough to shut things down across the region. Farther southward into North Carolina, there's a little bit less snow, quite a bit less snow. So you might have school on Monday, but into the Hampton Roads area, quite likely there will not be school on Monday, or it will start late because of the roads being in rough shape. We've had 9 to 12 inches of snowfall right through here. It's a little bit farther northward than projections, but basically through the peninsula, on through Sussex and Surrey County, the peninsula, on up to the eastern shore. That's where we saw the most snow into the region, and farther southward into North Carolina had lightened up considerably, so it wasn't quite as much. Snowfall totals, you can see that mainly over the peninsula, the middle peninsula, eastern shore, Newport News. There's West Ocean View. Farther northward you go into the Hampton Roads cities, the better your chance of seeing some heavy snowfall throughout the area. Now, here's the past 12 hours worth of snow, and to show you what's ahead for the next 48 hours at least, here's Ashley Baylor.
All right, so at least now the snow is finally winding down, and as we get this snow out of here and we get that northwest wind, it is going to pull all of this cold air in behind it. So wave goodbye to the snow, wave goodbye to some of the clouds now farther out north and west of the metro. We're starting to see these clouds break apart, and as that happens, temperatures are going to plummet overnight. So let's take a look at your future track forecast, and as we go through the overnight hours, notice not much cloud cover out there. Here we are at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Temperatures are expected to drop into the teens, but notice that wind speed. Winds will be sustained anywhere between 10 to 20 miles per hour. So even though air temperatures will be in the teens, the wind chill will actually be in the single digits. And farther inland, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some wind chill numbers close to 0. Now, as we head through Sunday, despite the fact that we'll have lots of sunshine out there, temperatures will only rebound into the mid-20s. And notice that wind is not going anywhere. So that wind is going to stay with us not only overnight, but through the day on Sunday. So temperatures tomorrow will top out in the mid-20s, but it will feel more like it's in the teens through the afternoon. So not a lot of melting expected there. Even as we go into Monday morning, look at this. Some places farther inland may actually start off in the single digits. And luckily, it's not going to be as windy on Monday, but still pretty chilly for this time of year. Right now, it's 22 degrees in Newport News. We're at 23 in Portsmouth. So the numbers are already starting to drop. 21 in Hampton. It's 23 degrees in Suffolk. Look at the wind chill numbers right now. You factor in sustained wind speeds between 15 to 25 where they are now. And you can see it feels more like it's 9 degrees in Hampton. It feels like 9 in Newport News, feels like 9 in Virginia Beach. So all of our reporters that are out there saying it's bitterly cold, they're not kidding. As we take a look at air temperatures, it's 25 in Virginia Beach, it's 22 in Newport News, 23 down in Great Bridge. And as we zoom out, you can see we're not the only ones contending with this bitterly cold air. Even all the way out towards South Boston and Lynchburg, temperatures are only in the teens and low 20s there. So overnight, look for a low of about 9 in Ahoskie, 22 in Nags Head. So definitely a little bit warmer. I use the term loosely, warmer closer to the coastline. 18 overnight in Virginia Beach. It could drop to 9 in Suffolk. Across the peninsula, 14 in Pocosin, 10 degrees in Williamsburg. Those traveled roads that may have just been a little slushy will ice over. And don't forget, you want to slow drip your faucets overnight and leave your cabinets open and allow that warm air to get in there. 17 degrees overnight in Melfa, only 10 in Gloucester. So make sure you bundle up really warmly if you have to head out the door tomorrow morning. And let me reemphasize, if you have to head out the door tomorrow morning. So Monday, 33 degrees there. We'll rebound back into the mid-40s on Tuesday. Here comes the melting. We'll be in the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees on Wednesday, and temperatures will stay in the 60s for next Thursday, Friday, and potentially into next Saturday. So through those 4 days, we're going to see a lot of melting take place out there. So maybe that's something to look forward to at this point. You can find all of our latest updates. I'm actually working on a new blog, and that'll be posted to WAVY.com.
Thank you, Ashley. Still to come in our winter weather coverage, more of your pictures and how you can let us know what's happening in your neighborhood. That's next at 6.
I am so proud of you.
Mom, when's it your turn?
Possible starts now at strayer.edu.
The decision was made. We were making a move. We had to. We knew that if we came in too high, it would cost us big time. We had to stay low. And boy, did we. We locked it in and rode that low rate from Navy Federal Credit Union all the way to our first house. It's a split-level ranch. So cute.
Open to the armed forces, the DoD, and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union.
It's go time at Dunkin' with 2 egg and cheese English muffin sandwiches for $3. Enjoy 2 freshly made oven-toasted sandwiches and keep on all day long. America runs on Dunkin'.
My husband and I have 4 kids, beautiful, busy kids, and so we joined the Y for something to do as a family. I was really surprised at how much I enjoyed the Y on my own. Just having an hour of me time was really inspiring. I was able to get back into being creative and getting more into my art, and now I teach art at the Y. That just opened me up to a whole new world of things that I could do.
No joining fee through January 16th.
Are you overwhelmed with multiple offers from HVAC companies? Is the price you're getting truly the best deal?
Need a fast and straightforward solution to your problems without all the song and dance from other companies? Call A1 American and get quick repairs and quality work. We'll keep you warm this winter without all the song and dance. There are many A1 companies out there, but there's only one A1 American. We were voted best of the best of all of Hampton Roads.
Selecting a pediatrician for your child is a big decision. You want doctors your friends and families trust. You want offices close to home, work, and school. You want online appointments and after-hours care. You get all of that with a CHKD Medical Group pediatrician. Plus, our full family of pediatric specialists and surgeons, all from the name parents have trusted for more than 50 years. CHKD, where kids are more than patients.
And we're more than a hospital.
Back now to continue our winter weather coverage, and a big thank you once again for your help in keeping us in the loop where you are.
Absolutely. We want to share more of those pictures with you. 10 on your side's Laura Queso now with what she's seeing on Report It at WAVY.com. Laura?
We've been getting great pictures all day long and video, and we're grateful for that because they're helping us tell this weather story as the snow accumulated outside of your door. So first, let's start with this beauty shot from Matthews County. Look at that. We want to thank Jennifer for sending that in. You can see the snow weighing those trees down, though, just a reminder of how heavy it is. And let's move on now to, speaking of heavy snow, check out this picture from Bree in Newport News. You can see the back there, in the back, a tree down on power lines. It's a big reason for power outages like we're seeing in part of our area. Let's head to Norfolk now. Look at this shot. Oh, don't you love this one? It's at the Pagoda in downtown Norfolk. It is beautiful. Fred Rose, thanks for emailing that to us. Moving on now to this picture, and there's a story behind this one. This was in Newport News. Tanya says her daughter and another Good Samaritan helped a mail carrier today on Marshall Ave, and we've seen several instances of Good Samaritans helping others stuck in the snow, especially those people delivering our mail. Lastly, there it is. I love this one. How adorable is this pup getting his fill of the snow in Virginia Beach? Go to WAVY.com. There's so many more pictures of puppies and dogs and even geese that you sent in to us. Remember to keep sending us pictures and video if it's safe to do so. The email to use is reportit@wavy.com.
Did I
Am
hear
I
you
too
say
excited?
geese?
There are.
Did you say geese? Wow,
Horses.
okay.
I mean, you know, Steph.
Awesome.
I was spending all day looking through all these pictures. I get really excited.
There are so many great ones. It was hard to choose.
It was really hard. So thanks for sending them in.
All right. Thank you, Laura, for sharing them with us. And our coverage of the winter storm will continue tonight on air and online. Join us for WAVY News 10 at 10 on Fox 43. And again, after Saturday Night Football for WAVY News 10 at 11.
You can also check out WAVY.com for everything you need on the weather. All of the most important information, including those school closings, is on our homepage right now.
And be sure to have the WAVY News and weather apps on your phone at all times. That they are your lifelines to important information if your power goes out or if you're out and about.
Absolutely, and to keep us up to date on the forecast.
Absolutely, we've got that great wavy weather.
Yeah, it's going to get cold overnight. It'll drop to about 8 or 9 degrees well inland, and then closer to around 18, 19 degrees near the coast. Wow. So drip the faucets coming up tonight. It's outdoor ones and indoor ones. Tomorrow it's going to be cold. Ashley and I will be back at 10 and 11.
Yeah, got to be careful of those roads freezing up again overnight, where the cars have melted some of the snow and the slush. If you're going to be out there, dangerous.
Yeah, and it'll be that way tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll be back here tonight, WAVY News 10 on Fox 43 at 10 and on WAVY News 10 at 11.
And, of course, updates as needed online, and we'll see you back here after the game. Good night. Stay warm and safe.